What's up everyone, it's Ojh and we're back at it again, and in this video I'm going to take you through all 5 kills of Rend. Rend can be a little bit difficult because obviously Rend starts out flying and then becomes a ground mini. We're going to look at how I did it. All 5 of them, 4 of them are red difficulty. I think 1 of them is just about orange difficulty. If this video helps you, then please give it a thumbs up. Get down in the comments, let me know how you get on, and for more content like this, please do get yourself subscribed. Let's jump into this. Let's start out with Tyrion. Okay, so here's the alliance deck that I use. I chose Tyrion as the leader. You're going to see some similarity across all the decks that I use. They, generally speaking, have Huntress and Harpies in there as our main damage dealers. Quillboar in there for distraction. Banshee in there with the talent to heal possessed targets back to 100% health, because Banshee's going to come in really, really useful for helping us deal with Molten Giants. On this one, we've got the Whelpegs in there with the Flame Burst talent. They're going to help us deal with things like Pyromancer, Flame Waker, and Firehammer. And then on this one, for a little bit of additional air damage, air support, we've got the Griffin Rider in there. Let's get straight into this alliance run. Okay, so the optimal starting hand is the one that we've got here, because we will look to play our Huntress in this position, and if you play it early enough, Huntress will hook this right hand wall and will come round to Rend rather than going to the Whelpegs. So we cycled round to our Quillboar in there for distraction. We've got Harpies on there as well, and they're going to do a really, really good job of pretty much taking Rend down to almost 0 possibly. And I got so excited about how well that first push was going, I completely neglected the need to do any defense whatsoever. So that is essentially what happened there. But we did manage to get Tyrion down. We did get a Banshee down to make dealing with that Molten Giant so much easier. And Rend, when Rend is walking around, Rend cannot hit air minis. So get your Harpies down, get your Griffin Rider down, and that within less than a minute is the end of that. Okay, so Horde up next, and Grommash as the leader. As you'll see, some of the usual suspects that are in there. We've got Harpies, and we have got Huntress for our main damage dealers. We've got Quillboar in there for distraction, and we've got Banshee in there to help us deal with those Molten Giants. The differences on this one, though, rather than Whelpegs, I don't think I could get Whelpegs in there at a boosted enough level. So we've got Dark Spear Troll, who just does really, really good damage with the big bad voodoo talent for the self-healing. And at the time of this kill, Witch Doctor was the newly released mini, and I was wedging the Witch Doctor into as many decks as possible. So we've got the Witch Doctor in there with the Amplify Curse talent. So average level of 23.9, average cost of 3.3. Let's get into it. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, the optimal opening hand will be to have your Huntress to play off to the right hand side, Quillboar into distract, and you'll make a good dint on Rend to start with. But we don't have either of those things, so we're going to play our Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor's splash damage does a great job on killing all of those whelps, so that's good for us. Grommash coming down. Remember to do as much mining as you can. You've got all the gold there to make this a little bit easier for you. I tried to space out my Grommash and my Huntress, but that didn't quite work. Huntress money, it still took a lot of damage, but did take out that Drake for us. Let the Firehammer take lock on at the top there, so we could drop our Harpies without them getting flattened. Let me scratch my eyebrow, and then we're back round to a Banshee to help us deal with that Molten Giant. So we're just playing a bit of defense at the start of this one. Dark Spear Troll is going to take out that Drake for us, even a level below, so that's really, really good for us. Witch Doctor's going to get a little bit of damage onto Rend, and again we've spaced our units out with Grommash doing the tanking and the Huntress coming in to clear up all of that for us. So we are almost back to, oh, Dark Spear Troll with 2 shots, we'll take that. So we are going to play a Dark Spear Troll there, solely for the purpose of cycling round to our Banshee to be able to possess that Molten Giant, who will make light work of the Pyromancer and may well get some tanking done for us as well. And with that Huntress on its way around the map, we can get a Quillboar down to distract, some Harpies as well, and we should be able to hopefully get Rend into the ground phase here. Now, when Rend does go to the ground phase, I think he I think he living bombs everything. So you know, don't commit absolutely everything to it, because it'll all get living bombed and die. We cycle back round to another Banshee, so we could take that Molten Giant on the left. As I said before, Rend, when he's walking around, can't attack air units, so get your Harpies down, Grandmash down to tank. Pretty straightforward. Okay, from the Undead family, we've got Baron as the leader. Again, similar, same old story with the deck. Banshee in there, Quillbot in there for distraction, main damage dealers being the Huntress, and the Harpies. Wellpegs in there with the Flame Burst talent for dealing with things like Pyromancer, Flame Waker, and Firehammer. And then solely because my Necromancer is fairly well leveled for this, taking that final Undead spot. So here is the Baron run. Okay, so optimal opening hand then. If you play your Huntress down in this bottom corner here, Huntress will hug this side here, won't go for the well pegs straight away. If you play your Quillbot slightly down and right, Quillbot will walk around, turn Rend to face away from your Huntress, so you'll get some good damage there. Wellpegs coming in to take out that Flame Waker, which is good for us. We've cycled round to a Banshee who will possess that Molten Giant, and not too interested in having a couple of Banshees and one Whelp on our tower. But what I'm not willing to accept is having a Firehammer ramping up the Fury and smacking away. So Baron coming in to deal with that. Again, what we got, 1, 2, 3, a handful of Whelps coming in. They get two-shotted at this stage anyway, so they're not going to do loads of damage. And we will continue our mining. That Flame Waker is a little bit more of a concern, but in the interest of maintaining a gold advantage, we had a Necromancer on the left who helped deal with a Molten Giant. I just played the world's worst Quillbot. Not worried about that Firehammer at the top because that's only one shot. And then now we should be in a good position to get this rather scary looking push dealt with. So Baron in there doing the tanking for us. Necromancer and one of the mini skeleton mages chipping away. Huntress going to come down and get some shots off for us. And a reasonably scary looking push, all dealt with quite straightforward. Okay, Beast family up next then, and we've got Ojh&x as the leader. The deck looks very, very similar, if not almost identical to the others. Banshee in there to help us with the Molten Giants. Main damage dealers being the Harpies and the Huntress. Quillbot in there for distraction. Wellpegs in there with the Flame Burst, taking out some of those ranged units like Pyromancer and Flame Waker. And then we've got those sneaky little Murlocs in there with the protective immunity bubble against the first attack. That's the deck. Here's the run. Right then, Ojh&x, let's do this. So, opening hand, what have we got? So, we have got the Quillbot, but we haven't got our Huntress, and that's pretty much what we want. So, we're going to try to utilise the Flame Burst to get rid of all of that, which we just about managed to do, which is good for us. Couple of Whelps on the right-hand side, not too concerned about that. Let's get a Kobold down, let's get some mining done, and let's see if these Murlocs can take out the Whelps on the right for us. Huntress coming down, being the sneaky Huntress, gets both shots off before the Drake can do any damage at all. So we are happy with that as a start. We've got some units that are making their way around the outside. We're going to drop a Banshee to possess that Molten Giant. And hopefully, if the Huntress can get a bit of a move on, we'll be able to get some damage done to all of this. Quillbot coming in to distract. Huntress going to do a decent job on that for us. We'll also take out those sneaky bandits. Murlocs chipping away as well. Good for them. And in one push, we have got Rend down to, I don't know, about 20%, something like that. I'm not getting too precise on that. So make sure that you don't overcap on your gold, because you do want to be doing plenty of mining in this one. Every time you've got your your Kobold in hand, he's good for cycling round as well. Murlocs with the help of the Quillbot doing a good job of taking out that Flame Waker. Huntress going to do a good job for us. As you can see, everything is living bombed there. That's what happens when you take Rend from his air. From his air state into the ground state, and now when Rend is on the ground, he cannot attack air minis. To get that done, I have dropped the world's worst Ojh&x there because let's pause this a minute. Rend has a pretty big area of effect splash at the front of him, so don't drop your defensive units too close to your tower, because as you can see, my tower was getting splash damage there, so that was a little bit closer than it really should have been. That was just poor play from me. But when Rend gets himself on the ground, you've got harpies in there, or you've got the Whelp-eggs, you can't hit them, and they will just make quick work of burning through Rend. That is the Hogger run. Last one, let's go. Okay, so the last one then is going to be Emperor Thaurissan from the Blackrock family. I don't think that Emperor Thaurissan is the best mini for this one. However, Emperor Thaurissan was only released a month or so prior to me completing this this effort, and again, a little bit like the Witch Doctor, I was trying to use these newer minis to see how effective they were. My memory serves me right, this one is a pretty close run thing, but I think the core of the deck, as has been proven with the other leaders, is really, really strong. So, as I've said time and time again in this video, usual suspects, Whelp-eggs in there with a Flame Burst talent, Quillbore in there for distraction, main damage dealers being the Harpies and the Huntress, Banshee in there to deal with the Molten Giants, because they're going to be really, really good. They're a bit of a pain to try and kill, so just having them as tanky units for us will help out a lot. We've got the Drake in there, hoping to deal with a lot of the ground minis and Whelp-eggs and stuff like that. And like I say, we've got the Emperor in there just for the sake of having the Emperor in there. I think with the Incinerate talent, so that will pair nicely with our Huntress. Anyway, average level 23.7, average cost 3.6. Here's the run. Right, come on then, Thaurissan, you little scamp. So, we've got a good opening hand here, and I'm not sure why I've not played the Huntress off to the right. This must be one of those where I've had a couple of goes at this and been flattened. So we've decided to go about it this way. So Drake doing a good job of those little Whelp-eggs for us. Kobold coming down immediately to get some tanking done. We sent I think that was a Huntress that ran off to the right. I think we might have got away with that that Banshee, because that Banshee could easily have turned around and converted one of those little Whelplings for us, and that would have been rubbish. So we have got Huntress making its way round the top of the map, going to deal with those Whelps for us, and then we're going to drop a Drake at the top as well. And Molten Giant, absolutely clutch, dealing with the Fire Hammer for us. So Quillbore coming down to distract. Sneaky Huntress going to get a couple of shots off and deal with some of the Whelp-eggs for us, which is good. We're going to send some Harpies to go the long way round, and we're doing a reasonable job here. We have got the Banshee that's come down there, but we're sort of taking quite a lot of damage. That Drake was absolutely whooping us, and I can't really afford to take too many stabs from these Sneaky Bandits, but the Sneaky Bandits don't actually do that much damage, fortunately, because we didn't have much of an answer. Right, let's have a look then. So, Sneaky Huntress coming down, which is going to be really, really good for us. Might just about get to Rend in time. Yes, the Huntress does. It's also going to take out all of those eggs for us as well. We're going to keep on mining, and we really, really need to get some of our aerial minis down to deal with this quickly. Kind of a bit of a panic Quillbore, but played just above Rend to kind of make him take a few steps back, and that's the end of that. Right then, so that is all 5 kills of Rend. A little bit tight at the end with that Thaurissan deck, but like I say, I don't think Thaurissan's the best leader for this. I was just trying it out, and it just about works. So if you do have success with this, then please let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up, and for more content like this, more strategy guides, tip guides, PvP, get you to towards the end of the heroic campaign, get yourself subscribed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.